Hello, everybody! I hope you guys are doing well. It's Thursday, and Kristen, you know what that means. That means it's Battlebots Day, baby! Are you ready?
Ooh, yes!
I appreciate all of you that have come in from Lily Bell's stream. Lily Bell is an OG Macho friend of Macho Go Savage, and she loves Battlebots just as much as Kristen and I love Battlebots. This week is the second week of the first round of the bracket. If you guys have been following along, we have a big old bracket pool going on. Now, Macho so graciously put together a way to keep track of your score. It's a little bit janky, but you will be able to see who is in the lead and who is not. Sadly, it doesn't have anything like points per, but we do have a couple perfect brackets, including the one sitting right next to me, Kristen. How are you feeling about your perfect bracket heading into today?
I'm feeling confident. I think it's going to be another perfect night for me. I'm going to keep that perfect score.
Now, if you guys need a reminder, we are fighting for the Macho BattleBots Bracket Championship belt. As we can see here, drawn and forged in the mountains by yourself, Macho. It will be on display for whoever gets to win this Macho BattleBots Bracket Tournament. Who will defeat Sleepy Project for the two-time defending champion? Will it be pried from her championship-riddled hands? Now, to recap, we're going to recap really quick. Our first matchup, we had Riptide and Shatter. No one cares about that match. No one won. Who cares?
Yeah, gross.
We had, next match, we had Lucky and Hypershock. Hypershock won that one. Endgame and Tantrum. Endgame ended up taking down the defending Giant Nut champion, Copperhead Rotator. Copperhead won that one. Witch Doctor won its match against Jackpot. The next match featured Lockjaw and Bloodsport. Lockjaw ended up winning that one. Huge won its matchup against Scorpios with a commanding victory. Quite frankly, it looked pretty easy. And our boy, Martin Mason and Mad Catter with the victory over Claw Viper, upset victory, showing the world what community college students can do. Macho is ready. Kristen is ready. Lily, why don't you unmute yourself in Discord and get on in here right now? Yeah.
How's it going?
Lily, with another strong bracket, right? Have you lost any of your final four yet? Or you're still looking good, sitting pretty?
Nope, I lost the final four already, buddy.
All four of them?
No.
Well, wait. No, just let's see. I just lost Tantrum. I lost Tantrum.
Oh, Tantrum.
Oh, you still got 3 out of 4. You're good.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll get 3 out of 4. We'll find out, I guess, today.
Let's just jump straight into it. We got a lot of fights to cover, starting with Minotaur over by Macho and Fusion, who is already on fire over by Kristen. We're going to start with Kristen, then we're going to go to Lily, then we're going to wrap it up with Macho. Kristen, why don't you take it away? What are your thoughts on this first 1 versus 32 seed matchup?
This is an absolute no-brainer. Minotaur is for sure taking down Fusion easily, and it will most likely end with Fusion in flames, as you see behind me, and the driver will be grumpy, per usual. It's always a good laugh. I see this fight being a quick one, as Fusion rarely lasts the entire 3 minutes. And bonus, we get to see Daniel Freitas in his glorious fighting stance, and that is always a treat. So if you've never seen it before, tune into the watch along. He's amazing.
Could you actually fucking imagine if I sat down and I said, yeah, sure, why not? I'll just totally let Fusion win. Firstly, this is so sad. The fact that they really brought this against Fusion. Fusion has never, I don't think ever, I really feel, had an actual match where they lasted the full round. I mean, I know that there are some matches where they did actually last a full round, not being on fire, but that is more rare than the idea that I actually could even get a Battlebot in there under my name. It's ridiculous. Minotaur, obviously, that Fusion has absolutely no chance.
With the #1 seed that Minotaur has, it also brings a lot of pressure. And do you know who can handle that pressure? Daniel Freitas and the Minotaur team, yeah! Minotaur is gonna come in and put this on-fire jabroni Fusion in his rightful place. And do you know where that rightful place is? It's 6 feet underground, baby! Fusion's weapons are no joke, but it can't drive. Minotaur is gonna hit it on the sides, send that weapon off balance, and most likely set that jabroni on fire, as pictured as such. Fusion may be able to land a few big hits, as those weapons are nothing to scoff at, but Macho would be surprised if a upset happened today, as Minotaur has been clearing away the best bot in the entire field, and Fusion has struggled. With our second matchup, we Oh no. We got the jabroni alarm tripping. We got a matchup between 2 jabronis in the first round for the second week in a row. Oh my goodness. We got the jabroni of Malice and of Switchback in the bracket today. Kristen, who's gonna win this matchup between 2 definite jabronis? Don't let anyone tell you any different.
We really live in a world where not only did Switchback make it into the tournament bracket, but they are a 16 seed, meaning that they think they're better than like half the bots in here. I can't. Never thought I'd be saying that sentence, but here we are. Even though nothing is real or could be predicted when it comes to Battlebots, I am still going to hold on hope that Malice pulls out a win here. I don't have a ton of faith in them either, though. But please, Malice, please don't come out with your shitty weapon that you've named the Rolling Blackout when it's horrible. It's horrible. Please don't bring it out. And Switchbacker's lucky streak. It needs to come to an end tonight. Please.
Yeah, no, I definitely think the choice here was incredibly difficult. It felt like I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. I chose Switchback. I felt like, Malice let me down all the other times. I even gave it the benefit of the doubt. And, if Switchback's on a lucky streak, I want to drive that shit. So I might as well. But let it be said, okay? Both of them are absolute fucking ass. And just want to make sure everybody fucking knows they suck, okay? I didn't want to pick one. It's just there. It's part of it. God damn it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I picked Switchback, but yeah, with very little confidence.
Who will win this matchup set up by the selection committee jabronis that seeded a bracket based on past performances for some reason? The first time in modern history that's ever been done. Both of these jabronis are coming in with a few questionable W's on their record. Who has the most impressive jabroni out of the two? Is the more impressive jabroni the better or worse bot? That is the real question. Well, if Macho is honest, the outcome of this match does not really matter. Why? Well, whatever jabroni wins this match gets to face the ultimate jabroni slayer in Minotaur, most likely. So does it really matter what jabroni wins? No, it does not. While Switchback has 3 wins, almost all of them are against jabronis, while Malice has some wins against non-jabroni opponents. Macho is usually a big anti-Malice guy, as Macho would rather be caught dead in the street than saying that jabroni will ever win. But this is a fight between 2 jabronis, and one jabroni has to win. If Malice's weapon stays functional, Malice will get the W here. Switchback, I don't think, can trade hits with Malice, therefore making it the champion of the Jabroni matchup, meaning that it loses the matchup. Champion Jabroni means it loses. So Malice going slightly down on the Jabroni list or up on the Jabroni list. Macho's lost track. Malice is gonna win today. It's no one cares. You guys ready to go on to the next one? In our next matchup, we got the 8th seeded Sawblaze over by the surprising addition of Blip in the tournament over by Kristen. Kristen, who is going to win this matchup?
We are big Blip fans here. I think we're even more so Blip fans now that we know she's a little fighting lady. We just love her. She's adorable. That's why it pains me so much to say what I'm about to say.
Oh no.
I think Blip is going to lose tonight. Our sweet little girl. I would love to see an upset here, but I just don't think with Blip's recent strategies that they've been pulling out that they're going to be able to pull it off. Jameson Go is just so aggressive. He is not fooled by Blip's adorable little eyes. You know, Blip looks at him and is like, ooh woo, and Jameson doesn't give a shit. He will murder her, unfortunately. We might have to cover our eyes for some of this match. It's going to be rough, but I am giving it to Sawblaze.
Not even a fucking question. I'm sorry. I love Blip. Blip is just absolutely adorable. Team Blip, so cute and everything. But I've been Jameson Go fan for almost the first time. I think Jameson Go's fucking name was the first name I ever actually knew in like Battlebots. I saw him and I was like, that guy, you know, that focus that he keeps talking about? Yeah, that kid was probably abused in an Asian household growing up, dude. That child definitely went to violin lessons, okay? Was a straight A student, and now he couldn't help but do this. Like, he probably beats himself up afterwards if he doesn't get the match, and he's like, fuck, I'm dying. That's why. He's had the nut in his eyesight for a million years, and that's just him. I didn't even get started on Sawblaze. Sawblaze is such a good bot. It's been going the absolute distance for so long. I feel like any of the times where they actually didn't make it, it just felt unfortunate. It didn't feel like it was a real thing. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like you actually saw it in your sights. I don't know. I've been Team Sawblaze, and that's my pick.
This matchup will be all about the ground game. Whoever can get under the other will probably take the W here today. Sawblaze has not matched up historically well with flippers, as a couple years ago, our Lord and Savior Bronco bullied that boy around the ring like a small child, and it lost to another flipper bot this year that I'm having trouble remembering its name. Do you remember the other flipper bot it lost to? It doesn't matter what that bot's name is. Sawblaze will for sure know the importance of the ground game here and will pull out all the stops. Blip has struggled this season after an insane rookie season when it stormed on to the field with its adorable little eyes. She took names and crumpled them up and threw them in the trash. That's what Blip did all year last year. But it has been struggling as of late. Struggling to land a full power flip, if you will. This is an interesting matchup on paper because you think Sawblaze would be a decent matchup against flippers, but that has not panned out so far. But Macho thinks that Sawblaze's fortunes against flippers will change tonight and will take the victory today. I just can't. Blip is coming in with next to zero momentum, and they have really struggled to put that bot together. Meanwhile, Jameson Go and Sawblaze have damn near looked lights out, and I think that will not change. Sawblaze with a big victory here today. Anyways, moving on to the next fight. We got Cobalt over by Macho and Monsoon over by Kristen, who is based and likes my tweets. This is a heavy-hitting matchup we have here, Kristen. What is going to happen today?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really entertaining match to watch. Might be one of the ones I'm looking forward to the most tonight. Monsoon and Cobalt, they have similar weapons, similar driving skills. I think the difference maker here is going to be durability. So who's going to outlast these punches? When Monsoon is launched or flipped over, they basically take no time to recover with the way that their little bottom part is built and like flips around. It's really cool. Cobalt, I think, takes like a tiny bit longer to recover from a heavy hit. So that tiny little edge giving the whole fight to Monsoon. I think Monsoon I think they're going to come in guns a-blazing, and they're going to take advantage of any little bit of time that Cobalt might need to recover from a large hit and just keep going at him and being the aggressor.
No, that's perfect. I'm so glad that Kristen, the obvious, pro here at Battlebots, the Macho Battlebots pre-game show, besides Macho, maybe. I'm not even going to fucking lie. I flipped a coin for this one. I have no idea. I flipped a fucking coin. I was like, shit, how the fuck is this one supposed to go? Everything that Kristen said, it was just spot on. It's maybe, I put it in there for Cobalt. That's where my coin went.
This will definitely be the hardest hitting matchup of the night by a large margin. Cobalt and Monsoon are both home to big, high-energy spinners that will for sure put on a show for us, the fans. Cobalt is without question the best 3-in-1 bot in the field, with its one loss coming to Minotaur in the best matchup of the entire year against Minotaur. And that spinner is the real deal, as we've seen it literally murder bots in front of our eyes. Rest in peace, Ghost Raptor. Monsoon has looked strong at times, but overall have struggled to put together a consistent season. While Monsoon is a heavy underdog here, it has one key advantage, as Kristen brought up, with it being able to drive inverted very easily. Cobalt cannot. It has to wait for its spinner to slam into the floor and basically hope and pray. While Cobalt has a powerful weapon, I don't think it's that much more powerful than Monsoon, as that weapon is no joke. But I think the key difference in this fight will be durability. And as we saw with Cobalt when its fight against Minotaur, Cobalt has some durability. It can run with the punches. Monsoon has struggled with durability. It's more of a glass cannon build, if you will. But I think that Cobalt is such a solid, well put together bot. I'm sorry, Monsoon. I know you like my tweets and you're incredibly based, but I would be very surprised if Monsoon pulled out a victory here. I think this one will be close, but Cobalt is really hard to pick against, and I can't pick against Cobalt here.
Why?
Now we have Hydra.
There you go.
That was difficult. Over by me. Death Roll over by Kristen. Kristen, who do you think is going to win this matchup and why?
I don't know how to feel here, okay? Like, do we even hate Hydra anymore? I mean, I really don't know, because at least Jake Ewert has a bit more tact and respect than Ethan of Riptide. That's hard to get out too. Death Roll's return from hibernation has been pretty lucky, I'll say, and I'm not sure if luck and a little bit of grease are going to be enough to get them through to the next round of the tournament. I have a feeling we're going to see that weird zombie arm that's behind me. It's just real creepy looking. Fly into the air a number of times, flailing for help. Sometimes you just have to give credit where credit is due, even if you don't like the person. And Hydra has been pretty good this year and has actually used their weapon a lot, which we respect, since other bots like to not do that. So I think they're going to get the win and move on to the round of 16.
My heart is so heavy. My heart is so heavy. But I picked Hydra. Oh, God. I can't even
humanity.
I sung my insults from heaven to hell every other fucking day against Jake Ewert, you bastard, you. And yet today, Battlebots had to gave me the worst of choices. What was I gonna do? Pick Death Roll? God, I've got some kind of dignity.
With the addition of Riptide, the jabroni scale has been thrown completely out of whack. We've had to make up a whole new term to call that jabroni, because calling Riptide a jabroni soils the name of jabroni anywhere. Macho is now at peace. He's now at peace talking about Hydra. Macho is now a reformed man. Is he a Hydra fan? No. Is he tolerant of Hydra? Yes. Is he tolerant of Jake Ewert? Yes. I have now been shown the light that there are bigger assholes in the world, because we know that Jake Ewert plays a character. Outside of the box, people say he's a nice guy. Does that happen for our boy Ethan over at Riptide? Oh, absolutely fucking not. Macho has reached this enlightenment, nirvana, if you will. He has seen the light. He sees it. Macho sees it right now. In fact, at the light at the end of the tunnel, it's almost blind. Thank God Macho has these sunglasses on, or he wouldn't be blind with his big, beautiful buff eyes. Yeah. What is this light? It's the truth. The truth has been bequeathed upon Macho. Yeah. The truth is, sadly, that Macho does not see a way that Hydra loses here. In typical Battlebots fashion, they give Hydra a matchup that he stands almost zero chance of losing, like they did with the awful play-in matches when Hydra was dog shit last year against Defender, the ultimate jabroni. Now, Death Roll, while awesome, has no ground game to speak of. Now, without getting under Hydra, it will take a minor miracle of the Battlebots gods that we have not seen since they separated Witch Doctor from the wall when they fought Minotaur last year. Will that happen again? God, I hope not. God, Macho can't handle another moment like that. But without that ground game, you're going to have to wait for a mistake, a mistimed flip to take that lever clean off. And I just don't think Jake Ewer is going to provide that mistake or with Death Roll to be landing any meaningful damage. So I think that Hydra will win this one. And quite frankly, I don't think it's going to be very close. All right, now over here we have Beta. If you guys can't tell the difference, that is a real life picture of Beta over there. And it's a gross jabroni hammer. And we have Whiplash over by Kristen. Kristen, why is Whiplash going to win this one? Please tell us.
All right. Well, I know you've all been waiting for it. This is Kristen's bathroom break match of the week. You thought it'd be Switchback and Malice? Nope, it's going to be this one. Seriously, no one needs to put themselves through the torment of Beta, either coming out with a foam hammer or just straight up not using their hammer. They're just horrible. What's even worse is this match-throwing son of a bitch is going up against Whiplash, who also likes to come out with no weapon and do God only knows what. So this is bound to be a snooze fest or something that's going to make Macho yell a lot. Either way, perfectly fine for you to go, top off your beverage, run to the restroom. Yeah. Probably still hear Macho yelling. It'll be fine. You'll know what's going on. But since I have to pick, I'm picking Whiplash because I absolutely cannot say the words Beta and the word win right next to each other. Can't.
I was thinking. I have a little bit of my mom's noodles that's left over inside of the fridge. And I can either make that with some frozen egg rolls or like this marinated salmon. Oh, you were asking about what I thought about this match. Yeah, absolute fucking snore, bro. I'm thinking about dinner. This is me making my fucking food. Listen, I don't even have to say anything. The bot's name is fucking Beta, for God's sake. It is the most visually boring bot of all time. And who even cares about the visual? Okay, if the visual doesn't work, but the actual bot works, then great. They can't do anything. I don't even know why they're even in here. It is the worst bot of all time. It's at least they're fucking decent human beings. But the bot itself is nothing. I have no idea how they even got this far. They don't fire their hammer. Even when they do it, it's always the worst possible timing. And it does a fraction. It's like, when fucking Pikachu tries to fight Brock, dude. It's ridiculous. It's so sad. I don't even care anything about Switchback. Okay, wait, is that Whiplash? Sorry, wrong fucking bot. I don't even care about Whiplash. I didn't need to care because I hated Beta that much. There we go. Whiplash wins.
Beta has been deliberately sandbagging us all year, and they're top class jabronis. Ooh, yeah. But listen here, Beta. Ooh, you better listen to Macho right now. Yeah. Playtime is over. You want to sandbag in the finals? Please be my guest. No, I'm serious. Please lose this match on purpose. You want to sandbag something, Beta? Sandbag these nuts. The action of Beta purposely coming out with some limp-ass hammer has been disgusting. And don't you dare give me it's 8 or 500 steel, Macho. That's bullshit. Jabroni talk is what that is. That hammer is so thin that Macho can wipe his big, buff, beautiful ass with it. Actually, Macho takes that back. because if Macho used that hammer, his fingers would pop through it like cheap-ass toilet paper. That hammer is cheaper than Ninja Sanji making their talent pay for a costume contest winner out of pocket, even though the talent doesn't even own the IP. Yeah, Whiplash is going to come out with hopefully a vertical spinner, drive circles around Beta, make him use his limited number of hammer swings, flip over, and he is going to destroy this jabroni. And let me tell you, it's going to be like eating a very sweet, delicious piece of cake. You're gonna want to come back for more, baby. Beta, you can take that AR 500 steel hammer that Macho used to wipe his ass with, tie it in a knot, give it a good sniff, and turn that sumbitch sideways and stick it straight up your can. So, we have Quantum over here by Macho. The new common collected Macho is saying this now. And we have our sweet little froggy boy right over by Kristen. Ooh, yeah! Kristen, take it away. Who is going to win this matchup and why? Quite an interesting matchup.
Please don't hate me for what I'm about to say, because I love Ribot. I do. I just don't think that luck is going to be on their side with this matchup. Quantum has been surprisingly aggressive and impressive with that piercing and grappling tooth. If they get one good chomp into Ribot's center, it's gonna be over, because that's where like all of Ribot's like important parts and innards are, and they don't have a ton of protection. It's just like a little floppy frog body that flies off usually. They're pretty exposed there, so that has me worried. I do still hope that we get to see Ribot back next year, because they are a crowd favorite. We love them, but I think their time in the World Championship 7 ends tonight.
Today, for this match, I wanted to put my heart out there. Quantum has been absolutely fucking amazing, okay? I genuinely, I mean, it's a whole other turnaround. Their speed is going for it. Those chompers are going for it. But I really wanted to put out hope for Ribot's return in how much better they could do today. And so I voted for Ribot.
With Ribot barely making it into the bracket, need I remind you that Ribot's sitting with one win, and that one win came in the last fight of the season against Scorpios. Granted, it absolutely destroyed Scorpios, but here we are. Now, I am sure that in the pits, when Ribot was announced in the bracket, I am sure people were scared, because while Ribot had a down year, you do not want to go against Ribot. Ribot on fire, it is hard to beat, and we have seen Ribot completely wreak havoc to the point where their team was the best humble braggers Macho has ever seen in his life. And I'm not going to lie, Macho misses the humble brag of the Ribot team. They're like, oh yeah, well, we're going to test out our horizontal spinner. And then they absolutely fucking destroyed the bot they went up against. And they're like, oh yeah, you know, I think it works pretty well with the bot like in pieces. Respect. I want to be that much of a humble bragger in my life. Anyways, our Froggy Boy is going up against the very successful, undefeated, and very underseeded Quantum. Justice for Quantum. How can... Anyways, Quantum has speed and has power in that crusher, but it wants to get on its opponent as fast as possible and never let up. Quantum is all about attack, 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 to not let that weapon of the other bot spin up to full speed. I'm sure to compensate for that, Ribot is not going to come out with the horizontal undercutter that we see pictured, as Ribot's main strength is that it is a modular bot, meaning it can very easily switch to a vertical spinner bot, and it is just as effective. So for my money, Ribot's going to come out with the vertical spinner and try to get under Quantum. But as we can see with Quantum's front shield, that will not be an easy task. That Quantum will be very difficult to get under. And if Quantum gets in its groove and, you know, does what it wants to do, runs its plan, it is a hard bot to stop. In fact, I don't think we've seen Quantum get thrown off of its groove very often. So Ribot, it will be all about getting Quantum off of that groove plan that it wants to do and throw it a wrench, right? If Ribot can get Quantum off of its game, I think it's got a chance. But sadly, with the results of Ribot this year, it's very difficult to pick our froggy little boy. I'm sorry. Quantum has been nothing but dominant. I don't know what the Battlebot selection committee judge bronies were thinking, seating him this low, putting him in this difficult of a bracket, but I think that Quantum is going to win here, and it might be pretty close. If Ribot ends up getting under Quantum, then that's a whole different story. Whole different story. But just going on past experiences, you know, like Battlebots set the bracket, it's hard for me to pick our froggy little boy. I'm sorry. And I know Krusty's gonna be mad at me, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And Quantum is going to beat our froggy little boy and maybe, probably, in fact, squish its froggy little face. And it might be ugly, and you guys may need to close your eyes. Anyways, we got our last fight pictured over by Macho. We have our pizza lord and savior Ripperoni. Ooh, yeah. And Black Dragon, I guess. Kristen, who is going to win this matchup, and why is it Ripperoni? All hail pizza. Pizza, 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 pizza.
Ripperoni knocked out Copperhead. So I feel like Black Dragon is going to be super easy for them to take out. Like, nothing. If there's anything this season in particular has taught me, it is to always expect the unexpected. And I'd say a newcomer bot themed around pizza taking out a robot with one of the longest streaks of not being knocked out ever is pretty unexpected. And I think it's going to happen. I hope everyone is open to trying some new cuisine with us tonight, because Ripperoni is going to be adding blackened dragon pizza to the menu, and it's going to be delicious.
Damn.
Ready.
Damn, Kristen.
I mean, their track record says it for themselves. I really am so happy to see their performance so far. Not only are they incredibly fun and memey, and they have just a great overall spirit, the bot speaks for itself. It's incredibly powerful. It's incredibly fast. There's no way to put it against anybody, let alone Black Dragon, whose name I learned literally when I made this bracket, or maybe 2 weeks before that. Yeah.
Now, join me. Pizza. Pizza,
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 pizza, pizza, pizza, pizza. Our pizza lord Ripperoni has emerged from its pizza chamber and ready to slice up Black Dragon. Black Dragon? More like black olives on my pizza. Black Dragon has proved KOs are possible with that loss to, it doesn't matter what your Black Dragon lost to. Ripperoni has proved time and time again that you simply cannot count out our pizza god, Ripperoni. Ripperoni can drive, dish out punishment, and give out free pizza coupons. What else do you want? What else do you want from a born-bred winner? Ripperoni's commanding victory over Copperhead has proven to Macho that the bot is able to drive with the best of him. Ripperoni had one of the best driving moves Macho's ever seen, yeah, with taking out Copperhead from his back, yeah. Now, with that pizza death dealer of doom spinner, Ripperoni will not only be dealing pizza, but death. Death is in its eyes. Black Dragon knows it, but it's not all bad for Black Dragon. In fact, Macho is going to give some advice to Black Dragon. Now, Black Dragon, I want you to get really close. I want you to listen really close. All you have to do is to pizza these nuts across your face, Black Dragon! Ripperoni all the way, straight to the giant nut. It's not even gonna be close, Kristen. It's gonna be a massacre on our hands. And you know what we're gonna do? We're going to eat pizza to celebrate, just like everyone will. Here is the bracket standings. We got X-Rock and Kristen with a perfect bracket. Will they be perfect after today? We shall see. We got Lilybell in a strong tied for third place. We got a lot of figuring out to do. How will the brackets do? I want to thank Lilybell for taking time from her wildly successful donathon. I want to thank myself for drawing the championship belt, drawing Kristen, drawing the Battlebots desk, drawing Macho. Thank you, Kristen, for being the co-host and making me look good, because you have a perfect bracket. Thank you so much for the support. I hope to see you guys in my other streams and next week on the Battlebots pregame show. See you guys later.
Bye.